Hey guys, this is Gracie from Iowa College Aid, and I work with the Gear Up program. And I just wanted to share my story and how I ended up going to and graduating from college. Growing up, I didn't come from a household that college was the guaranteed thing you should do. There was any path that would make you happy. But for a lot of the people in my family, that didn't involve college. And that didn't involve college for my mom or anyone who was close. A couple of my aunts went, but my immediate family, college just wasn't in the cards for them. And while I always knew that my mom super valued education and would always support me going to college, it just wasn't a pressure or an expectation. And so by the time I got to my senior year and it was time to graduate, I just didn't know what to do. I figured college would be in there somewhere. I kind of wanted to be a teacher. I kind of wanted to be a journalist. I kind of wanted to be a hippy dippy artsy person who lived off their artwork. But the long and short of it, I didn't have a clear plan. And so when one of my friends came back from basic and started sharing what they were doing in the military, and I thought about all the wonderful people that I loved who had served and how I really do believe in serving your country, it seemed really logical that my next step would be the military. And hopefully at some point in there, I would figure out what I wanted to do. And I was lucky and got to train as a medic and meet a lot of great people and do a lot of amazing things I never thought I would. But it wasn't the right fit for me. The military is great and it provided me so many opportunities and honestly a lot of self-discovery. But when it was time for me to leave the military, I also knew that was the right choice for me. When I left the military, I was pregnant with my son. I was still very young at the time. And I knew I was gonna be a single mom. And so in my head, I'm no longer in the military. I now have a child on the way. So I need a way to provide for my child. And so I worked jobs, minimum wage jobs, because that's what happens when you graduate and you don't pursue any sort of post-secondary education or training. And after about a year of doing different jobs, I realized that it wasn't what I wanted and that I wanted to go to college. And that going to college was going to be a struggle, a really big struggle, especially now that I was a single mom. But I also knew that for me, it was far more valuable to struggle a lot in the short term than to struggle less but for a much longer time. And I really began to appreciate all the positives, all the growth I would have in college. And so I was blessed in that I had a college in my hometown, Central College, go Dutch. And the admissions people and the professors and all that worked really hard to make sure that I not only got into college, but persevered through it. And I encountered a lot of hardships along the way, a lot of things that I couldn't have even foreseen. But I knew the struggle was gonna be worth it. And so I persisted and I was able to graduate in a little over 4 years, 4 years in a summer class, and get my bachelor's in anthropology. And because of that, because of my work with the Army, because of my life experience, because of the people I met getting my degree, I have had such a wonderful and fulfilling career, a life. I met people who I value so much to this day, who are still involved in my life to this day, and I do things I'm passionate about. People often ask, what do you do with an anthropology degree? They think all you can do is go dig up old civilizations. But my degree gave me a skill set that I can carry through all my jobs. And high school Grace kind of thought they wanted to be a teacher, and grown-up Grace works with education and has sought out being involved in education my whole career. So I didn't take a straight line from where I started, but the journey is what made all the lessons worth it. So if I could give you one piece of advice, I would encourage you to take a risk on what you want most and know that it's probably gonna be hard, but if you stick with it, it's gonna be so worth it.